Let me ask you something real. Have you ever been so deeply betrayed that you questioned your worth? Have you ever been cheated on, lied to, or hurt by someone you gave everything to, and they threw it away like it meant nothing? If your heart has ever been broken, not by accident but by choice, then this message is for you. Because there comes a moment when someone's actions leave you speechless. They say they love you and then they destroy you. They say they care and then they disappear when you need them most. They make promises and break every single one of them like it was all just a game. And you're left with the silence, the confusion, the questions that never get answered. But today you're gonna hear what no one told you when your heart broke. Not move on, not forget them, but the truth, the real power you hold. When someone cheats on you, betrays you, or tries to destroy your spirit. Because this is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your comeback. You don't need to fight for attention. You don't need to beg for answers. You don't need to break yourself trying to fix someone else's broken character. You need to do one thing, and it will change everything. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to take your pain and turn it into power. We're going to talk about dark psychology, not to get revenge, but to understand how to stop being controlled. We are going to use the law of attraction to reset your mind and start attracting the peace and love you actually deserve. We're going to silence the noise and show you how your silence, your growth, and your comeback will echo louder than any revenge ever could. If someone hurt you, cheated you, or tried to break you, don't worry, because the storm they brought into your life will only water the seeds of your transformation. And trust me, you're about to grow into someone they never saw coming. This is not about pretending to be okay. It's about becoming so unshakably strong, they won't even recognize the version of you that rises from this. So sit back and take a deep breath, because by the end of this message, you're not just going to feel better, you're going to remember who you are. Let's begin. The pain of betrayal. When someone cheats on you, lies to you, or hurts you in a way that you never expected, the pain doesn't just hit your heart, it echoes through your soul. It's not just the betrayal that hurts, it's the trust that got broken. It's the loyalty you gave freely that was thrown away like it meant nothing. You sit in silence, wondering how someone who said they loved you could cause you so much pain. And here's the hardest part, you didn't see it coming. You believed in them. You gave them a part of yourself that you can never get back. You stayed up for them, prayed for them, fought for them, and they couldn't even be honest with you. That kind of hurt cuts deep. It changes you. It shakes your view of people, of love, and sometimes even of yourself. But I want to tell you something that no one else might have told you yet. This pain is not the end of you, it's the beginning of a stronger, wiser, more powerful version of you. You see, the fact that you feel this pain proves one thing. Your heart is real. You loved with purity. You gave with sincerity. And while they may have taken that for granted, that love wasn't wasted. It was a reflection of your strength, not your weakness. Don't ever let someone's betrayal make you hate yourself. Don't shrink your heart just because they couldn't handle its size. Sometimes people betray you not because you did anything wrong, but because they're broken inside. They don't know how to handle real love, they fear commitment, they fear honesty, and instead of healing, they hurt others. But hear me clearly, you are not responsible for their wounds. You are not to blame for their selfish decisions. And you are not going to stay stuck in this pain forever. What you are going to do is rise. Yes, cry, mourn, feel it, let it out. But don't stay there. Because this isn't the moment your story ends. This is the moment your transformation begins. This pain is a fire, and while fire can burn, it can also forge steel. Let it make you sharper. Let it burn away your doubts, your need for approval, and your fear of being alone. Because the truth is, anyone who walks away from you after hurting you wasn't meant to walk with you into your future. Let them go. Let them miss you. Let them watch from a distance as you become someone they no longer have access to. This pain will pass, and when it does, you won't just be healed, you'll be reborn. Don't let their darkness dim your light. When someone hurts you deeply, cheats on you, lies to you, manipulates you, it can feel like your entire world turns dark. You question yourself, you question your worth, and sometimes you even start to question your light. But let me tell you something, their darkness is not yours to carry. The betrayal is not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their character, their pain, their emptiness. Don't let what they did poison who you are, because that's exactly how you lose twice. First, by what they did, and second, by letting it change your spirit. You see, people will sometimes hurt you not because you're weak, but because your light exposes their shadows. Your kindness threatens their bitterness. Your strength reminds them of their own cowardice. So instead of rising to meet you, they try to drag you down. They project their pain onto you because they don't know how to heal it within themselves. But here's the truth. You don't have to carry what they threw at you. You don't have to become cold, bitter, or closed off just because someone didn't know how to handle your warmth. Don't let one broken person make you forget the power of your heart. You are not here to absorb other people's damage. You're here to shine through it. Yes, what they did hurt. Yes, it left scars. But scars don't mean you're weak. They mean you survived. They're proof that their darkness couldn't destroy your light completely. Now, I know it's tempting to get even, to make them feel what they made you feel, to match their energy with silence, with attitude, with revenge, but that's not your path. That's their level, and you weren't built to operate down there. You weren't born to be bitter. You were born to be brilliant. So instead of reacting in anger, respond in growth. Instead of wasting energy trying to hurt them back, use that energy to heal yourself, elevate yourself, love yourself more than ever before. Because the ultimate revenge is not revenge at all. It's peace, it's progress, it's glowing so hard that their memory fades in the light of your new life. You want to make them regret losing you? Then become everything they couldn't see in you. Don't chase them, don't text them, don't explain yourself. Let your success speak. Let your healing shout. Let your silence echo. Remember this. What they did was a chapter, not your whole story. You get to decide what happens next. So take back your power. Cleanse your spirit. Refocus your energy. And don't let anyone's darkness dim your God-given light. Because once you realize your worth, no one's betrayal can ever take that away from you again. The one thing you must do, focus on you. So what do you do when someone cheats on you, lies to you, or breaks your heart into pieces? What's the one thing that can truly pull you out of that pain, help you reclaim your power, and shift your life in a new direction? You focus on you, not on them, not on what they are doing now, not on who they're with, not on how they're living their life after hurting you. You put the spotlight back on yourself. You see, the biggest trap after betrayal is staying emotionally attached to the person who hurt you. You go back to their social media, you analyze their actions, you look for closure. But let me tell you this, closure isn't something they give you. It's something you create for yourself. And that starts the moment you shift the energy inward and say, no more, I choose me now. You are the one thing in your life you can control. Not their lies, not their choices, but you. Your thoughts, your healing, your growth, your future. That's where your power lives. You want to get even? Don't argue. Don't expose them. Don't lower yourself. Get so focused on yourself that they no longer exist in your mind. Let them wonder why you stopped caring. Let them feel your absence. Let them try to find someone like you and fail. Because you were the blessing, not them. Focus on your mental health. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your peace. Go to the gym, take that course, start that business, change your hairstyle, learn that skill, rebuild your routine, your confidence, and your boundaries. You are not broken, you're being reborn. This is your time to rise, not to retreat. Don't stay stuck in a moment they've already moved on from. Every second you spend thinking about them is a second you steal from your own healing. The truth is, sometimes people hurting you is the push you needed to finally choose yourself. You were giving too much, you were shrinking, you were ignoring your own needs. But now you get to rebuild, and this time you do it for you. Focus on your glow up, not to impress them, not to get them back, but to remind yourself who you are. You are not someone's second choice. You are not a victim of their story. You are the main character in your own. And this chapter, so take all the love you give to the wrong person and give it to yourself. Nourish your soul, guard your peace, build your empire. Because when you focus on yourself, you don't just heal, you elevate. And in that elevation, you become untouchable. Use the law of attraction. When someone cheats on you, betrays you, or breaks your heart, it's easy to drown in negative thoughts. You keep replaying the betrayal, questioning why it happened, and feeding emotions that pull you into a darker place. But here's a truth that will shift your life. What you focus on, you attract. This isn't just a spiritual idea, it's real, it's powerful, it's the law of attraction. And right now it's more important than ever. If all you think about is the person who hurt you, the betrayal, the pain, they stay alive in your energy. You keep inviting that same low vibration back into your life. You're giving away your power by constantly vibrating on the frequency of heartbreak, anger, and revenge. But here's the shift. Change your focus and you change your future. You can't heal while holding on to hurt. You can't attract peace while replaying chaos. You can't move forward while staring at a closed door. The law of attraction doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you believe and what you feel most consistently. So if you want to attract a life filled with peace, love, and success, you need to start thinking like the version of you who already has those things. Ask yourself, what would the healed version of me do right now? What would the most powerful version of me focus on today? How would someone who loved themselves move forward? Start visualizing that, speak it, feel it, act on it. Say this to yourself. If you release the past, I release the pain, I'm attracting better because I am becoming better. You're not crazy for wanting love. You're not foolish for giving your heart. But now is your time to stop pouring energy into people who can't value it. It's time to magnetize the life you deserve. Start by being grateful. Not for the betrayal, but for what it's teaching you. Every lesson, every wound is shaping you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. And that version of you, they are unstoppable. Surround yourself with people who uplift your spirit. Read things that inspire you. Say no to the things that drain your energy. Your life responds to your energy more than your effort. When you stop chasing what hurt you and start aligning with what heals you, miracles begin to happen. You meet better people. You attract healthier love. Opportunities find you. You begin to glow again, and not because someone came to fix you, but because you started choosing yourself. The law of attraction is always working. The question is, what are you attracting? Choose to vibrate higher. Choose to believe in your worth. Choose to create the life they never thought you could have without them. Because the moment you align your thoughts with your worth, everything changes. Apply dark psychology, but with wisdom. When someone cheats on you or deliberately causes you pain, it's natural to feel confused, angry, and broken. You want answers, you want justice, you want them to feel exactly what they made you feel. But here's where dark psychology enters the picture. Not as a tool for revenge, but as a tool for understanding, protecting, and reclaiming your power. Dark psychology is the study of manipulation, deception, and human behavior at its most selfish. But you don't need to use it to hurt others. You can use it to recognize patterns, protect your mind, and outgrow those who try to destroy you. Here's the truth. People who cheat, manipulate, or emotionally abuse often use subtle psychological tactics. Gaslighting, guilt-tripping, silent treatment. They flip the script and make you feel like you were the problem, like you weren't enough, like you caused the betrayal. That's not love, that's control. But when you understand how dark psychology works, you stop taking it personally. You realize their behavior says everything about their fear, insecurity, and need for control, and nothing about your worth. And here's how you respond. Not with emotional explosions, but with emotional intelligence. You don't beg. You don't chase. You don't argue to be understood. Instead, you go silent. Not because you're weak, but because you've outgrown the game. One of the most powerful psychological moves is detachment. When you no longer react, they lose control. When you no longer feed their ego, they panic. When you no longer seek validation from the one who hurt you, you win. They want to know they still have access to your heart. They want to know their betrayal broke you. But when you stop posting, stop talking, stop chasing, they start questioning. They feel your absence, like a void they can't fill. That's the psychological twist. They expected you to collapse, but instead you rise in silence. Use your pain to fuel your wisdom. Study your emotions, observe, don't absorb. Guard your energy like gold. You don't owe anyone a reaction. You don't owe them a breakdown. You owe yourself peace. Here's a psychological truth. The person who controls the frame of a situation controls the power. So reframe the betrayal, not as a loss, but as liberation. You didn't lose a loyal partner. You removed a mask. But you didn't get abandoned, you got redirected. You didn't get broken, you got awakened. This is your moment to evolve emotionally. No revenge, no games, just growth. Or dark psychology, not to manipulate, but to understand how to never be manipulated again. Use it to build stronger boundaries. Use it to stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Use it to observe in silence and protect your peace with strength. Because when you master your emotions and your energy, you become untouchable. And that right there is a power they never expected you to discover. Let karma do its work. When someone cheats, betrays, or intentionally hurts you, your first instinct might be to make them pay. You want to show them what they lost. You want them to feel the weight of your pain. You want justice. That's natural. That's human. But let me remind you of something far more powerful than revenge. Karma. Karma is not just some mystical force floating in the universe. It's real. It's energy. It's the law of cause and effect in action. What people do, especially when they do it with bad intentions, always returns to them. Eventually. You don't have to chase justice. You don't have to expose them. You don't have to sink to their level. Because the universe is always watching, and karma never forgets. Here's the truth. People who hurt others for selfish reasons may look like they're winning at first. They move on quickly, they post like they're unbothered, they act like they're happy. But what you don't see is what happens after the lights go out. After the mask drops. After the fake smile fades. They may laugh today, but karma collects interest, and when it hits where it hurts the most. Peace, reputation, relationships, and inner worth. But here's the key. For karma to do its full work, you must step out of the way. That means you can't stay obsessed. You can't keep checking up on them. You can't keep holding on to bitterness. If you want to heal, you have to release them, not because they deserve peace, but because you do. Every time you think about getting back at them, remind yourself, you don't need to get even, you're already above them. Their actions are a reflection of their character, not yours. The moment you stop reacting and start focusing on your growth, karma starts working in your favor. The energy you once gave to them returns to you as strength, clarity, and power. They betrayed you? Fine. They lied? Let them. They left. Good. Let the door close. Let life teach them the lesson you no longer need to deliver. Because what's coming for them has nothing to do with you and everything to do with what they put into the universe. Your job now is to move forward with grace. Let karma speak for you. Let karma humble them. Let karma remind them that losing someone like you has consequences, deep, quiet, and unshakable ones. And trust this. While they may not realize what they lost today, there will come a time when they look back and wish they had treated you right. That's when karma will whisper, this is what you chose. So keep your hands clean, keep your energy high, keep walking forward. Because your silence is powerful, your peace is your weapon. And karma never misses a target. Your comeback will be your loudest statement. You've been hurt, lied to, disrespected, betrayed, and for a while it felt like the pain would never end. But now, let me remind you of a truth so powerful it can transform your entire life. Your comeback will be your loudest statement. You don't need to scream. You don't need to explain. You don't even need to prove them wrong. All you need to do is rise. Let them doubt you. Let them think you're weak. Let them believe they broke you. Because what they don't realize is this: they didn't destroy you. They woke you up. That pain you felt, that was the turning point. That was the moment you stopped settling and started evolving. The greatest revenge is not retaliation. The greatest revenge is becoming everything they said you couldn't be without ever looking back. Let your success make the noise. Let your growth make the statement. Let your peace, your elevation, your confidence, your glow up be the answer to every question they're too afraid to ask. They'll wonder how you did it. They'll wonder why you don't care anymore. They'll wonder why their name no longer lives in your mouth or your mind. And the answer will be simple. You outgrew the chaos. You became something they could never be: healed, whole, focused, free. This is your comeback era. You don't need to post about it. You don't need to beg for anyone to notice. Because when you move in silence, your results speak volumes. Start showing up for yourself like never before. Work on your health, refocus your mind, build the life they never believed you could. And do it all without bitterness. Because the highest version of you is the focus on revenge, your focus on results. You see, the person who hurt you underestimated one thing: your resilience. They thought they ended your story, but they only ended their chapter in it. And now you're becoming the version of yourself that doesn't chase love. You attract it. You don't beg for respect. You embody it. You don't shrink to fit in. You rise to stand out. This is not the end. This is your reset, your rebirth, your comeback. So get up, wipe your tears, straighten your back, lift your chin, and walk like you own your worth. Because you do. You were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to rebuild in silence and re-emerge in power. Let them watch, let them regret, let them feel your absence. And when they finally realize what they lost, it'll be too late. Because your comeback won't just kick, it will roar. You win when you let go. You've gone through the pain. You've faced betrayal. You've cried behind closed doors and asked yourself, why me? More times than you can count. But now, the most powerful step of all is staring you in the face. And it's not revenge. It's not proving them wrong. It's not chasing answers. It's this: you win when you let go. Let go of the anger. Let go of the obsession. Let go of trying to make sense of someone who chose to hurt you. Let go of the fantasy of who they were pretending to be. Let go of the apologies you'll never get. Let go of the closure that may never come. Because here's the truth: you don't need them to change for you to heal. You see, holding on to pain only keeps you emotionally tied to someone who already walked away. You carry them in your thoughts, you keep them alive in your energy, you replay the past like a loop that won't stop. But the longer you hold on, the heavier it becomes. And you weren't meant to carry betrayal like a badge. You were meant to learn from it and release it. Letting go isn't weakness. Letting go isn't forgetting. Letting go is choosing yourself over the weight of the past. It's saying, I deserve peace more than I deserve answers. I deserve joy more than I deserve revenge. I deserve freedom more than I deserve closure from someone who had the chance and still chose to hurt me. That they thought they could break you and still live in your mind rent-free. They thought they'd always have access to your heart, your energy, your thought. But when you let go, truly let go, you break the chain. You send a message, not to them, but to yourself, that you are no longer defined by someone else's choices, that you are no longer a prisoner to pain, that you are rising, glowing, healing, and not just surviving, but thriving. Letting go is not about pretending it didn't hurt. It did, but it's choosing to not let that hurt control the rest of your life. Because every time you let go, you create space for peace, for purpose, for new beginnings. the right people, the right love, the right opportunities. But they can't find you if you're still clinging to what broke you. So breathe, take back your power, release what no longer serves you. And remember this, they may have walked away thinking they won, but you win the moment you stop looking back. You win when you smile without bitterness. You win when you sleep peacefully at night. You win when your heart no longer trembles at the thought of them. You win when you let go, not for them but for you. Is your victory, quiet, powerful and unshakable. Now you've heard it all. You've walked through the pain, the betrayal, the confusion. You've felt the anger, the tears, the late nights spent asking, why me? And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still capable of rising. Let that sink in. They tried to break you, but you survived. If someone cheated on you, lied to you, manipulated you, or tried to dim your light, remember this. That was a reflection of them, not you. It was their weakness, their emptiness, their brokenness that caused them to hurt you. And now it's your choice to let that pain define you or to let it refine you. Let this moment be your turning point. Not to become bitter, but to become better. Not to seek revenge, but to find peace. Not to stay stuck, but to rise higher than ever before. You've learned how to use dark psychology, not to destroy others, but to protect your mind. You've learned how to respond not with emotion, but with strategy, with calm, with silence that echoes louder than words. You've learned the value of karma, how the universe always brings balance, how every wrong eventually gets repaid. You don't have to lift a finger. The energy they put out will always return to them. Most importantly, you've learned that you win when you let go. You win when you stop chasing closure. You win when you stop trying to prove your worth. You win when you let your peace, your growth, and your comeback do all the talking. So what's the one thing you need to do? You heal, you evolve, you move forward, silently, powerfully, unapologetically. You pour all that love you gave them back into yourself. You rebuild, you shine, you attract better because you've become better. And one day the person who hurt you will see you from a distance, glowing, laughing, living your best life, and they will realize they lost something they can never replace. But you won't look back because your heart will be whole, your peace will be untouchable, and your soul will be free. So if someone cheats or hurts you, don't waste your life chasing revenge. Don't try to fix what was never your job to fix. Just do one thing, because healing is your greatest comeback. And peace is the loudest, strongest revenge you'll ever need. They thought they buried you, but they didn't know you were a seed. Now watch you grow. Stay silent, stay powerful, and most of all, stay true to yourself.